I'm recording this as part of a case file review. This case is inspired by a real disappearance that occurred in a residential complex in the mid-2000s. The victim was a 24-year-old woman named Emily Parker. Emily worked as a financial analyst in a downtown office. She had recently purchased a condominium in a newly renovated complex on the outskirts of the city. Friends described her as organized, cautious, and routine-oriented. She woke up at the same time every weekday. She left for work at the same time every weekday. She parked in the same section of the garage. She walked the same route to her car. And she always called her mother on her drive to work. On the morning of January 12th, Emily did not make that call. At 7:42 a.m., Emily's mother tried calling her. There was no answer. At 8:15 a.m., Emily failed to arrive at work. Her supervisor attempted to reach her. No response. By 9:30 a.m., her phone was going straight to voicemail. Her family contacted the condominium management and asked them to perform a welfare check. At 11:02 a.m., a maintenance worker entered Emily's unit. Everything inside looked normal. Her bed was made. Her shower was damp. Her work clothes were missing. Her purse was gone. Her phone charger was still plugged into the wall, but her phone was not. There were no signs of a struggle, no forced entry, no broken objects, no blood, no note, just absence. Police were called to the scene at 11:26 a.m. They treated the case as a missing persons investigation. At 12:14 p.m., officers located Emily's car. It was parked in the complex garage, in a space she did not normally use. The driver's seat was pushed back farther than usual. The mirrors were adjusted incorrectly. The car was unlocked. Inside the car, they found her briefcase, her gym bag, her lunch, her work badge. But her purse and phone were missing. There were no visible signs of a struggle in or around the vehicle. No damage, no blood, no fingerprints that did not belong to Emily. Police reviewed the security footage from the garage. The footage would later become one of the most famous and frustrating pieces of evidence in the case. At 7:31 a.m., a camera captured a man parking Emily's car. The footage was grainy, low resolution, partially obstructed by a fence. The man exited the vehicle, walked down the parking aisle, and disappeared out of frame. His face was never visible. His clothing was nondescript. The camera angle lined up in such a way that the metal bars of a gate blocked his face in every single frame. Investigators described it as the unluckiest camera placement we have ever seen. No camera in the complex ever captured Emily leaving her apartment. No camera captured her walking to the garage. No camera captured her being approached. The only footage in the entire complex that showed anything unusual was the footage of someone returning her car. Police canvassed the building. They interviewed every resident. They learned that several units near Emily's had been undergoing renovations. Construction workers had access to master keys. Some residents reported hearing strange noises in the early mornings that week. Footsteps, doors, voices in the hallways. But no one reported seeing Emily after the previous evening. Cell phone records showed her phone last connected to a tower near the condominium at 7:28 a.m., 3 minutes before her car was returned. Her phone never moved after that, which suggested Emily was taken somewhere close by. Police expanded the search. They checked dumpsters, construction sites, vacant units, nearby woods, drainage areas. Nothing was found. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. The case stalled. 2 years later, new investigators reviewed the evidence. They noticed something small that had been overlooked. In the surveillance footage, the man who parked the car appears to walk away in the opposite direction of the building exits, toward a service corridor, a hallway not normally used by residents. That corridor led to a stairwell. The stairwell led to an unfinished section of the complex, a part of the building still under heavy renovation at the time. That area had no cameras, no badge access, no sign-in logs, no record of who was present. Detectives believed Emily may have been taken inside the building itself, not outside, not to another car, but into an area where no cameras existed. They interviewed former construction workers. Many had already left the state. Some could not be located. One worker admitted he had been on site that morning, but denied seeing Emily. Another worker failed a polygraph, but no physical evidence linked him to the crime. Years later, a witness came forward. She claimed she saw a woman matching Emily's description, arguing with a man in the hallway that morning. She did not report it at the time because, I thought